Carts, you're now officially head coach. How does it feel to finally get it over the line?
No, it's all good. Can take that interim a little bit off the front. No, I said from day one, obviously, when I came in to the club or come back to the club, that this is where ultimately is home for me. Obviously, the season didn't go how we wanted it to in the end, but you know, my drive and passion for this team now only got stronger from day one. So my full focus was getting this sorted, getting it all done, and coming back and driving this team back to where it belongs and get us back in the WSL.
And we've had a bit of a break now. You and the players have both had a chance to rest and reflect on last season. What positives can you take from your spell in charge into the new championship season?
I think the biggest positive for me was how everybody come together. When I came in just at the end of November, December, there was a lot of, I don't want to say negativity, but you know, everyone was a little bit downbeat. There wasn't much confidence around the place, and you could see it was only going one way. So I think everybody bought into what we wanted to do from day one, and that brought everybody together. That galvanised everyone, and I think you could see them from the way the players then performed and the performances. You know, we really upturned the season and managed to score some goals, because that was a big worry when I first came in, that we weren't scoring enough goals, and again at the other end conceding far too many. So I think we done well in them two areas, and we won some games. We put points on the board. So there was critical times that went against us. Sort of, you know, you look at the Leicester games and West Ham at home, and you know, certain refereeing decisions, you know, could have, you know, swung things differently for us. But ultimately, you know, I was proud of everybody and how they, you know, come together, and it was all, you know, going in one direction. That was a positive one, which, you know, pleased me more than most.
And despite how the season ended, performances, like you say, and fighting spirit was there in abundance. How much optimism does that give yourself, the team, and everyone around the club heading into the new campaign?
A lot. I think it was getting that identity back for the team. You know, I think that had been lost a little bit over the last 2 or 3 years. You know, what this team is all about and what it's been about over the years, and you know, the players that have played for this club, the staff that have been here, and what this team has done and where it's been. So getting back to that, getting that identity back, putting some structure and principles in place that is going to, you know, help the team and help us thrive. So that's all sort of set in stone now. You know, the players who will be with us next season know that. They know how we work. They know the intensity we want to train and play at, and they know how, you know, the mentality I'm expecting. So yeah, I'm expecting to come back from day one of pre-season, and everybody hit the ground running. You'll
be welcoming Jo Potter in as your new assistant head coach. Why did you decide that she was the perfect fit for the role?
I think knowing Jo and watching Jo from her career, and then speaking to a lot of people, you know, doing my due diligence on Jo and how she's transitioned into coaching. Nothing, you know, everything was ultra positive, and the fact that she's been at the club, knows the club, cares about the club, and has had success here, I think is a big thing. And I know that she'll have the respect of the players for what she's done in the game. And she can drive it, you know, alongside me. And you know, I needed somebody that could come in and sees the vision that I've got, but could drive that with me, you know, on and off the field. So yeah, it's massive for us. It really is. And you know, I know that it'll go down very well with the players, with the supporters. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it.
And it's something you've been quite big on, having people around who know what it means to be a part of Birmingham City. Obviously, we've got Tony Elliott here, and now Jo coming back in. Mm-hmm. How important was that for you when making those decisions, that people coming in knew the club and knew where it should be?
That's what you want, you know, for the environment you want to create, the culture. You want people who, one, will buy into that, but also if you've had people who have been part of that before, know it firsthand, then it makes it even better. So like I say, I did my due diligence. I spoke to a lot of people that have been a part of this team and throughout the years, especially the successful ones. just to get a feel for, again, the identity. So yeah, it's been fun and intriguing learning about that and the history of this team. You know, when you're seeing it and watching games from afar, you only get a certain, you know, aspect to it. So you know, I've had some fantastic stories over the years, and that's again one of the biggest drives for me, is to get this team back, you know, to them days, and competing at the top level, competing for things, because that's, you know, again, everything I've had back has been some fantastic memories of what this team has done. So, you know, that's the drive for us now.
And now that you've got a lot of things in place that you wanted, you must be excited to get the girls back in and get in for pre-season and kick on.
Yeah, it's quite a different dynamic for me. I'm still fresh off playing, so pre-season always used to be a bit of a time of dread coming back in. But as a coach, it's fantastic because I get to plan all the running sessions and you know what the players are going to go through. But yeah, I think it's important that the players had a rest, go away, recharge and reset. It's a long old season, and football, you know, takes over your life. So it's important that you switch off and think about other things for a few weeks at least. But the players all, you know, knowing them and obviously the programs we've given to them now, that they'll prep themselves ready for pre-season. And yeah, like I say, I'm excited for where this team can go and what we want to do next year. It's just all about, yeah, getting to work. So I'm sure the players will want a few more weeks off, but yeah, I'm chomping at the bit.
And just finally, what would your message be to the supporters ahead of the new season?
Thank you first and foremost, because they stuck with us last year, and they've stuck with us and stuck with this team for the last couple of years, you know, through some tough times. And hopefully they seen the light in the performances last year and what this team is about, and bringing back that identity I'm talking about, the Blues identity, and gear up for what will be a challenging season, but one that we want to attack full on. And with them, you know, together as a team, as a group, as a club, we want to get back to the WSL. So, you know, the journey there starts now, and we want them to be fully a part of it as we are as players and staff.
Well, Carts, congratulations and thanks for joining us on Blues TV.
Thank you.